crafty friends. Welcome to Stamping Simply with Maria. It's Maria Robinson, independent demonstrator with Stampin Up here in the United States. All this week I've been featuring cards made with the Calming Camellia stamp set. As most of you know, I inadvertently ordered 2 sets. So one lucky customer will be winning this set. All you have to do is place a $30 pre-shipping, pre-tax order in my online store through April 11, 2022. Now, I'd love to give each and every one of you one of these stamp sets, but I only have 2, and I'm keeping one for myself. So for everyone else who places an order, I will be sending a thank you gift just to show my appreciation. So let's get some more stamping done with the Calming Camellia. Hang on. So here's the Calming Camellia stamp set that we'll be using today to make a card. I've used it quite often. This image right here of the camellia has been a favorite of mine. And even the sentiments are very nice. There's happy birthday, you make me smile, it's the little things that make life great, lovely you, you're in my thoughts today, and I love being your friend. So lots of great images in here, and lots of great sentiments in the 2 images. Really nice. Really had fun with it. So for today's card, it's fairly simple, although I will say it's for more of an avid stamper, someone who may have more supplies, because we are going to be using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and to die cut an area out and also to do some embossing. So let me just show you the piece. One piece that's cut 8 inches by 4 inches, so a little different. And you can put it in an A2 size envelope, or you could make your own envelope, which I will probably be making. Then for the inside, we have soft succulent. This is Evening Evergreen. Then we have soft succulent, which is cut at 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. So it's a square. So that's the base here. And then we have the basic white layer, which is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, also going on the inside. Then on the outside, we have this piece, it's soft succulent, and that's 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And then lastly, the Evening Evergreen, which is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then you'll need a scrap piece of basic white for your sentiment. So first what I want to do is I want to bring the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine in. And this might get a little rocky here for you. So let's first do I'm going to get these pieces right. I want to die cut this first and then emboss. So we have our number, let's see, 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate. Then I'm going to get and we'll be using the Hippo and Friends dies. I know it's such an odd name for what I'm going to be doing, but we're not using the Hippo. I will be using these dies here to cut the center out. So I'm using this one. I'm going to position that on my paper, and you want to be mindful to get it in the center. So what I like to do, once I have it lined up, fairly well in the center, I like to take some washi tape and just hold it down so it stays where I want it to stay. And then you run it through the machine. All right. Take that off. Now we don't need these plates. And for the embossing, I'm going to emboss that piece that I just cut the center out. We won't be needing this piece. Oops. this piece we won't be needing in this project, so you can save it for another time. You could use it for a sentiment. We'll be needing this, and this is the piece that I got a little washi tape there, it didn't come off. Where's my embossing folder? We're using the Ornate Floral embossing folder. I'll put this in here. Line that up. Bring my number 1 plate in. Put my embossing folder. And the embossing folder, you want to make sure the hinge goes in first. I don't know if that makes any sense. And then number 4. Or number 4 plate. And just roll it. There. And we're done. There, we can set this aside. Won't be needing that. And once it's embossed, you get this, I don't know if you can even see it, beautiful raised image over here all around. So really pretty. All right, so that is all for our cutting and embossing. We can start putting this card together. Let me bring in my scrap paper here. And my image. So what I want to do first on this piece, move so I'm in the camera view here. I have a tendency to get out of the camera view, or maybe my camera just moved because there we go. So I can bring it down a little. I was with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, it kind of moved my camera a little. All right, so I'm going to take the ink pad and go on my image, get a good impression there. So on this piece here, this is the piece that's going to go in here like so, and then we're going to place the white one on top of that. So I just want to get the outside here with the image, so I'm just going to go around. Again, the color that I'm using there is Soft Succulent, and the ink color is Evening Evergreen. You know, one of the many things about Stampin' Up that I really like is how all the colors coordinate so nicely. So this Evening Evergreen ink looks really beautiful against the lighter Soft Succulent. So I'm just going to keep doing that till I get the edges of the card base done. So here, and there's no right or wrong reason, and if you overlap, it's okay because you really won't see it anyway since the white is covering most of it. But when you're doing this sort of technique, you do want to ink the whole image. Otherwise, if you just think like maybe part of it, you'll get a line where you don't want it. I'll bring another one here. And then we'll do another little piece right there. Like so. And that's it. All right. So that's it for that. While I have this image out and the stamp, the ink, let's do the focal image. Let's just make sure I got the right piece. I did. Okay. Ooh, that's a relief. And this piece is going to layer over that. So you want the image in here. All right, let's ink this up again. And you could do this with anything. I mean, it doesn't have to be the Calming Camellia. I just think this stamp set is gorgeous though. And you really could use it for so many different cards and even 3D projects. All right. Oh, that did not come out so good, did it? All right, we're going to do the other side. I don't think I pressed hard enough on the block. All right. Make sure you press really well because it's a large image, so you want to give it a good impression there. Yes, much better. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. I want to clean this right off. And while I still have the ink pad open, I think I will stamp the sentiment and then we can close it so I don't stick my fingers in it, which I already did. All right, set that aside. And we'll bring in a scrap piece of basic white. And I have Happy Birthday, which is one of the sentiments that was in the stamp set. I'll just go right there. So I think we'll have to do a little trimming. Like I said, I can close that up. All right. So let me bring my trimmer in. Just going to cut a little bit off the top here. And a little bit off the sides. I could do this with my scissors, but I figured since I had the... Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put a tail on this one here. All right, so... Get like a little banner. There we go. All right, let's start putting this together. Take my inside layer and we'll layer the basic white cardstock. Ooh, this glue is coming out nice and thick. Look at that. Oh, thicker than I need. That out of the way. And then we'll put this on the inside of the card base. Giving it a little border around all four edges, like so. All right. So now that we have that done, we can put this piece down. And I just want to see how it's going to look. Make sure I don't have to give it a little trim, and I think it's fine. Like so. I may just trim just a little bit off of this side though. Let's bring the trimmer back in. I mean, just a little, like probably 1/8 of an inch. And I can put the glue away for a moment because we're going to be using Stampin' Dimensionals for this part. Before I put that down, I want to, where'd the other piece go? Oh, here it is. I'm going to put the dimensionals on this as well. And for this, I'm going to use these little pieces that I have cut off. They're like the edges of the dimensionals. And you should never throw those out because they're perfectly fine. Of course, you could use the regular dimensionals for that also. You can just, you know, put a bunch around like so. Over here. Put one in the corner here. Another one here. And I'll do a strip down here. So I don't know if I mentioned this. I apologize if I did. One of the things I like best about Stampin' Up products is how they coordinate so nicely with each other. The colors of the paper, the inks. I mean, it's just really beautiful. So everything looks very cohesive. I like that. Right there. I will show you the other cards that I made, as well as the cards that I made earlier in the week. So we're just going to take this piece, and again, making sure that you have equal distance all around. Got a lot of shadows in here today. Here we go. All right. Like so. We'll put the birthday sentiment. So I want to just add a dimensional on, actually, you know what? It's easier if I add it on the card itself. And then I'll add a little glue on this side here. Because this is going to adhere to this part here. Like so. And that is the card. That was very easy, I thought. Came together nice and quickly. Another thing I want to do is I'd like to, this is a Wink of Stella pen, and it will give a little shimmer to it. It may not pick up on the camera, but I like to go into the darker areas here and just highlight them a bit. It just adds a little sparkle. And you know, every girl needs sparkle. Just add a bit here and on the other ones. Again, I don't know if it's picking up on the camera. It may not be, but trust me, it does add a little more, you know, it adds that little bit of sparkle to the card. Like so. All right. And that is all. So pretty. I really like it. And I didn't even use any bling this time. So let me bring in the other cards that I made. So again, this was made with Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. I have another card that I made, same exact design. It's Calypso Coral and Petal Pink. And then lastly, I have Highland Heather and Fresh Freesia. So let me know in the comments which is your favorite. I'm partial to the Calypso Coral only because, as you can tell, I love orange. It's my favorite color. So any color with, you know, that sort of tone I really like. Although the Highland Heather and the Evening Evergreen, I mean, they're all equally beautiful. So I love them all. So Again, you have until Monday, April 11th to place a online order in my store. You can go to my online store. The web link will be down in the description below the video, and place a $30 pre-tax, pre-shipping order with me by April 11th on Monday. And on Tuesday, April 12th, I will pick one lucky winner in a YouTube Live, which will stream at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So, and you don't have to be present to win, you know, just, you do need to place an order though, otherwise I won't know that you want this stamp set. So thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye, guys.